Austin Reaves is on another planet right now. Austin Reaves is straight up torching defenses right now. Through just 4 games, he's already averaging 34 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 9.7 assists. That's tied for 3rd in the entire league in both points and assists. And he's doing it while shooting 56.6% from the field, which is currently ranked 32nd. It's not like he's just chucking shots. He's knocking them down with elite efficiency. And the 3-point shooting, he's hitting 45% of those. From the free throw line, he's nearly automatic, sitting just below 90%. He's only playing about 37 minutes a night, so none of this is padded with garbage time buckets or inflated by overuse. It's just straight up production. Compared to what he did last season, it's like watching a completely different player. His scoring has more than doubled from 14.8 to 34. Assists have gone from under 5 to almost 10. Even the rebounding has jumped from about 4 to nearly 8 a game. He's not just contributing anymore. He's running the whole offense. It's a full-on takeover, and the efficiency isn't fluky either. That 56.6% from the field is backed by high percentage looks and a free throw rate that tells you he's drawing a lot of contact and finishing at the line. This is not just volume. It's smart, effective, and relentless scoring. Let's look at what he's done game by game. The opener against Golden State, he put up 26 points, 5 boards, and 9 assists in 36 minutes. That's against a top-tier perimeter defense. He shot 56.3% from the field and still managed to lead the team in assists, even though he only hit 2 out of 10 from deep. The shot wasn't falling from long range, but he found other ways to produce and still stayed efficient overall. Then came the win over Minnesota, 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 11 assists in 37 minutes. 60% from the field, 40% from 3, and a perfect night from the line. 100%. 0 turnovers too. That's just clean basketball. He was directing traffic like a veteran point guard while scoring at will. It was the kind of balanced performance that makes you stop and take notice, especially when the efficiency stays that high across every category. By the way, if you guys enjoy these deep dives, I'll be posting every day. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks. Anyways, now, the game against Sacramento, that one was a bombshell. 51 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. He went 21 for 22 from the free throw line, shot 54.5% from the floor, and 60% from 3. It was one of the most efficient 50-point games in Lakers history. Just pure dominance. The kind of stat line that makes you double-check the box score because it doesn't even look real. And it wasn't just a heat check. He was in full control the entire time. The very next night, against Portland, he followed that with 41 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. 59.1% from the field and 37.5% from deep. He went 12 for 14 from the line and added 3 steals for good measure. He's not slowing down. The consistency here is wild. 2 nights in a row, he dropped a combined 92 points. That's the most by any Laker on back-to-back nights since Kobe Bryant back in 2007. That's a massive statement. So far, this season, Reaves has the most total points in the league, tied with Shea. That's not just good company. That's elite territory, and he's not just scoring in volume. He's leading the league in free throw attempts. That tells you he's putting real pressure on the defense, forcing contact, and earning those trips to the line the hard way. This isn't empty scoring. These are earned points, coming from smart shot selection and physical drives. Reaves is also climbing up the all-time Lakers leaderboard in made three-pointers. He's only 6 away from cracking the top 8 already. That's happening fast, way faster than most expected. The guy came into the season with expectations, but through 4 games, he's blown past all of them. It's not just about one hot night or a lucky stretch. Every single game has added something new. More assists, higher efficiency, better control of the offense. The numbers are doing all the talking. What makes this stretch even more wild is that he's doing it while maintaining balance across every major stat. Not just points, not just assists, everything. He's got that 9.7 assists average, and he's only turning the ball over at a low rate. He's getting 7.7 rebounds a game too, which is rare for a guard putting up that much offense. That means he's staying active, not just standing around waiting for the ball. He's involved in every possession, and the numbers are showing it. This is 4 games in, and he's already playing like a top 5 offensive weapon in the league. The efficiency splits alone, 56.6% from the field, 45% from 3, and nearly 90% from the line, would be impressive on their own. But when you combine that with the sheer volume of production, it's on another level. Most players have to sacrifice efficiency when they take on that much of the offense. Reaves is doing the opposite. He's ramped everything up without dropping off anywhere. It's not just about the scoring explosions either. That 11 assist night against Minnesota with 0 turnovers, that's elite level decision making. And it's happening while he's also rebounding at the highest rate of his career. He's taking care of the ball, moving it effectively, and still managing to lead the team in scoring. The leap from last season is staggering. It's not a small step up. It's a full transformation into a player who can carry the offense and do it without forcing bad shots or turning the ball over. Through these 4 games, Reaves has proven that this is not a fluke or a short-term burst. The volume is high, the efficiency is even higher, and the balance across scoring, passing, and rebounding makes it clear he's doing everything. The defense has to respect every part of his game now. There's no single weakness to focus on. He's hitting threes at a high clip, driving to the rim, drawing fouls, hitting free throws, and dishing out nearly 10 assists a night. And all of it is backed up by the numbers. Nothing inflated, nothing exaggerated. It's just straight production, night after night. But then if you look at his scoring, it's obvious how great he is. Austin Reaves has been absolutely punishing defenses with his scoring this season. He's averaging 34 points per game, and that alone puts him ahead of more than 99% of players across the league. It's not even close. He's not just putting up high numbers, he's doing it with scoring efficiency that most players cannot touch. The way he's combining volume and precision is one of the wildest parts of this early season. Start with the effective field goal percentage. Reaves is sitting at 65.3%. That number takes into account that 3-pointers are worth more than 2s, and it's a more accurate measure of pure shot-making ability. And at that number, he's already scoring more efficiently than 77% of the league. When you realize he's doing that while taking nearly 19 shots a game, it becomes even more impressive. This isn't a role player hitting open shots. This is a primary scorer, leading an offense and still hitting at elite efficiency levels. His true shooting percentage is even higher, 71.5%. That takes into account field goals, 3-pointers, and free throws. Basically, it tells you how efficient he's been at turning shot attempts into points, no matter where they come from. And at 71.5, he's ahead of 82% of players in the league. That's not just elite, that's rare, especially for someone averaging over 30 points per game. Usually that kind of volume brings down efficiency. For Reaves, it's only getting better. Now take a look at his points per scoring attempt. He's putting up 1.4 points every time he tries to score. That might not sound flashy, but in the context of the league, that's high-level efficiency. To break that down, he's averaging over 35 points on just 18.8 field goal attempts and 12.8 free throw attempts per game. He's squeezing every drop out of every possession, and that kind of scoring economy is the kind of thing teams dream about. Even more specifically, he's hitting 7.8 2-pointers per game and 3 made 3-pointers a night. That means 10 of his 34 points are coming directly from deep, and about 15 or 16 are coming from inside the arc. Add in the nearly 11 points from the free throw line, and that scoring profile starts to look completely unguardable. He's getting points from everywhere on the floor, and doing it without needing a crazy number of attempts. For reference, 18.8 shots per game isn't even top tier in volume. There are plenty of players taking 22 or 23 shots a night and still not hitting the 30-point mark. Reaves is doing it with less. That tells you just how efficient he's been in every situation. Whether it's in the paint, mid-range, beyond the arc, or from the stripe, he's capitalizing on every scoring chance. The breakdown of how he's doing it shows just how hard it is to guard him right now. He's not relying on one shot type. If you close out hard on the 3, he'll drive and finish at the rim or draw a foul. If you back off, he's hitting from deep at a high rate. And if you try to play physical, he's living at the line and converting at nearly 90%. All of this is reflected in those efficiency metrics, the effective field goal percentage, the true shooting percentage, and the points per attempt. And they're all sitting at elite levels. A lot of high scorers tend to lean on one area to pad their numbers. Some rely on 3-pointers and hope they catch fire. Others rack up free throws and live off the whistle. Reaves is blending all of it. And it's not just balance, it's dominance in each area. 3 makes from deep each game puts him in rare territory already. That's not just a hot streak, that's sustained shooting. Then you look at the nearly 8 made 2-pointers per game, and it shows he's just as deadly inside the arc, throwing the double-digit free throw makes, and it's clear he's not depending on one tool. He's using the full bag, and none of this is happening in isolation. He's doing it in rhythm, within the flow of the offense, and without hijacking possessions. That's part of why his efficiency numbers are staying so high. He's not forcing low-quality looks or bailing out the clock with tough shots. He's creating and converting at a rate that most players cannot keep up with. You look at 1.3 points per field goal attempt and 1.4 points per scoring attempt, and those numbers make it obvious. Every time he tries to get a bucket, there's a very high chance he's walking away with points. When a player can maintain that kind of efficiency while also being the top scoring option, it puts pressure on opposing defenses in a way few others can. You can't just take away one part of his game. If you chase him off the line, he's finishing at the rim or getting fouled. If you try to stay in front of him, he'll pull up or use a screen to create separation. It's the combination of variety and execution that makes his current scoring run so lethal. The raw total points back it up too. He's tied for the most total points in the league right now. That's not just based on one or two big games. That's sustained scoring at the highest level across multiple nights. The back-to-back explosion, where he put up 92 points in 2 nights, that's the most by a Laker in consecutive games since 2007. And this isn't some veteran with years of superstar pedigree. It's a player who's made a gigantic leap and is now performing like one of the best scorers in basketball. There's also the mental part of his scoring. The confidence he's showing in shot selection and decision-making is part of what's helping him hit at such a high clip. He's picking the right moments to attack, reading the defense, and taking advantage of whatever gap they give him. That's why his scoring efficiency is staying so consistent, even as the volume goes up. Most players hit a wall when the defense adjusts. Reaves is adjusting right back, and the numbers haven't dipped at all. Even when he has off shooting nights from 3, he finds other ways to score efficiently. That shows up in the free throw numbers and the consistent 2-point production. He's not someone who needs a hot shooting night to make an impact. He's manufacturing points in different ways every game. That adaptability is part of why his true shooting is over 71%. It doesn't matter how the defense plays him, he's getting to his spots and converting. That's also why his effective field goal percentage is so valuable in understanding how he's scoring. It's not just about shot attempts. It's about the value of those shots. 3-pointers are worth more, and he's hitting them. 2-pointers are tougher to sustain at a high clip, and he's doing that too. When you roll all of it together, you get that 65.3 effective field goal mark, which puts him in the top quarter of the league for shot efficiency, while scoring more points than almost anyone. His pace of play and shot discipline are helping a lot too. He's not rushing shots or taking unnecessary pull-ups. That helps the efficiency stay high because each attempt is calculated. He's choosing the right matchups, reading screens well, and using space wisely. And it's why his shot chart doesn't have any glaring weaknesses right now. Inside, outside, mid-range, free throws, he's scoring from all over the court. Through 4 games, this level of scoring output with this kind of efficiency is nearly unheard of. It's not about luck or a short stretch of good games. The stats show a player who's completely in control, making great decisions, and converting at a rate that makes him one of the most dangerous scorers in basketball right now. Every metric, points per game, effective field goal percentage, true shooting percentage, points per field goal, points per attempt, they all say the same thing. Austin Reaves is not just scoring at a high level. He's doing it better than almost anyone else in the league. But then we can look at his teamwork numbers. Austin Reaves has been making a massive impact this season when it comes to teamwork and overall team performance metrics. His presence on the court is translating directly to success, and the numbers are backing it up in every category. His mixed teamwork score is sitting at 83%, which means he's performing better in that area than over 83% of players across the league. That's a huge mark, especially considering how these stats are measured. They're not just looking at individual output. They're focused on what happens when he's part of the bigger picture. The picture looks pretty great. Start with offensive rating. Reaves has an offensive rating of 125.5. That number reflects the number of points the team scores per 100 possessions while he's on the floor. And at that rate, it's clear the offense is humming when he's involved. That's not just a high number. That's elite territory. It means the offense is significantly more effective when he's out there directing plays, moving the ball, or scoring in rhythm. He's helping the team generate high-value possessions over and over, and the numbers show that impact loud and clear. Then take a look at the defensive rating. His is sitting at 116. That reflects how many points the team gives up per 100 possessions while he's on the court. On its own, that number might seem average, but paired with his offensive rating, it reveals a huge advantage. The net rating, the difference between offensive and defensive rating, is sitting at plus 9.4. That means The team is outscoring opponents by almost 10 points every 100 possessions when Reaves is on the floor. That's a big deal. It's the kind of number you expect from a high-level two-way player, someone who lifts both sides of the ball and helps maintain control of the game. Plus-minus data backs all of this up. Half of his games this season have ended with a positive plus-minus, meaning the team outscored the opponent while he was on the court. And this isn't happening in garbage time or small sample minutes. These are full impact stretches where his contributions are directly affecting the score. When you look at the on-off numbers, the difference between how the team performs with him on versus off, it gets even clearer. The team has a point differential of plus 12.3 when Reaves is on the court compared to when he's off. That's a major swing. It means they're performing significantly better when he's playing, and that kind of gap is hard to ignore. What's even more impressive is that none of this depends solely on scoring. These numbers are showing his value in terms of playmaking, spacing, timing, and decision-making. Reaves is moving without the ball, drawing defenders, making the right pass, and creating lanes that make the offense more efficient overall. That's what that offensive rating is capturing. It's not just about how many points he scores, but how the team scores more effectively with him setting things in motion. Even without the ball in his hands, he's drawing attention that opens up opportunities for teammates. That spacing helps slashers get to the rim, helps shooters get open looks, and keeps the defense on edge. When Reaves is on the court, the ball moves better, the sets run smoother, and the team gets cleaner looks. That's why the offensive rating is as high as it is, because his presence is elevating the entire structure of the offense, not just padding his own numbers. On the defensive end, the 116 rating might not jump off the page, but it tells a different story when placed next to the offensive number. The net rating shows he's contributing to positive margin, which means his overall presence is leading to winning basketball. And remember, he's often matched up with high-usage perimeter players, so he's holding his own against tough assignments while still bringing high energy and smart rotation. The teamwork rating of 83% wraps all of this together. It's not about one flashy stat. It's a composite that looks at how much a player contributes to positive team outcomes. And it's clear Reaves is doing just that. He's not just blending into the game, he's shaping it, guiding the tempo, and ensuring that both sides of the ball stay functional. Whether it's helping push a lead or stop a run, his on-court presence is tipping the scale in his team's favor more often than not. The plus 12.3 on-off difference speaks volumes too. It means the team is 12 points better per 100 possessions when he plays, compared to when he sits. That's not a subtle impact. That's a major indicator of how much he's driving success. This isn't a stat that gets inflated by one hot night. It reflects sustained value over every minute played. Reaves is producing wins at a consistent rate, and the team's performance is dropping when he's off the floor. And it's not just about what happens during highlight plays or scoring bursts. His impact shows up in the flow of the game. That might be a kick out to a shooter that leads to a hockey assist, or an extra pass that resets the possession and prevents a bad shot. Those moments add up. They help maintain rhythm and keep the offense sharp. That's part of why the team is scoring more effectively when he's out there. Not because he's always making the final play, but because he's creating the conditions for good decisions. The positive plus-minus percentage at 50% shows he's consistently tilting games in the right direction. Even in losses, his minutes are often among the most productive for the team. And in wins, his numbers are almost always part of the driving force. These stats reflect that he's not just along for the ride, he's steering the thing. When you're getting a net rating over 9 and a plus 12 swing in performance, it means you're one of the guys holding everything together. A lot of players can light it up in the box score, but disappear in the team metrics. Reaves is the opposite. His stats are strong, but the team metrics are even stronger. That tells you his value is holistic. He's not relying on volume or flashy moments. He's building a game that helps everyone else perform better too. That's what makes these numbers so valuable. They tell the story of a player whose impact spreads across every possession. From rotations on defense to transition spacing, from help side contests to screen timing, Reaves is handling the little things that keep the system running. He's not trying to do too much, but he's also never disappearing. That balance is hard to strike, and it's a big reason his net rating is sitting so high. He's blending assertiveness with control, and that's allowing him to make a massive impact on both sides of the ball. And the on-off stat brings it all home. A difference of plus 12.3 means he's helping the team find another gear when he steps on the court. That's not about talent alone. That's about awareness, decision-making, and energy. He's creating momentum every time he checks in, and it's leading to better results almost every time. Add it all up, and his teamwork numbers aren't just solid, they're elite. Offensive rating of 125.5, defensive rating of 116, net rating of plus 9.4, mixed teamwork score above 83%, half his games with positive plus minus, and an on-off swing of plus 12.3. These are not random numbers, they're patterns. They're showing that Austin Reaves is one of the most impactful team players in basketball right now, and he's doing it without needing the spotlight to prove it. And for his passing, Austin Reaves has been orchestrating the offense like a seasoned conductor this season, and the passing metrics are putting him in rare company. His ball handling rating is sitting at 97%, meaning he's ranked higher than 97% of players in that category. That's not a small bump. That's elite tier playmaking and control with the ball in his hand. It's not just that he can bring the ball up the floor, it's how he creates for others, protects possessions, and manipulates defenses in the half court. He's averaging 9.7 assists per game, which already puts him near the top of the league. But it gets even more impressive when you break down what that means in context. Each of those nearly 10 assists is leading to about 19.5 points for his teammates. That means he's directly generating almost 20 points per game through passing alone. And that doesn't even include the times where his passes lead to free throws or secondary assists. The ball is moving through him constantly, and when it does, it's usually ending in a high-quality look. His assist rate is 35.05%. That stat tracks the percentage of teammate field goals he's assisting while he's on the floor. So more than 1/3 of all buckets made by his teammates while he's out there are coming directly off his passes. That's better than 94% of the league. This isn't someone just moving the ball around. Reaves is actively engineering scoring opportunities almost every other possession, and he's doing it without dominating the ball in a way that stalls the offense. What makes it more impressive is how he's balancing that passing output with shot creation. He's taking 25 scoring attempts per game that include shots from the field and trips to the line, and still finding ways to dish out nearly 10 assists. That's a really difficult combination to pull off. Most high assist players focus almost entirely on passing and tend to shoot less. Reaves is balancing both at a high level. He's creating for himself and others with almost equal effectiveness. Turnovers are part of any high usage playmaker's game, and Reaves is averaging 4 per game. But even here, the numbers point to control and decision making. His turnover percentage is 13.79%. That means out of every 100 possessions that end in a shot or turnover, only about 13 are ending in giveaways. That puts him ahead of over half the league in terms of turnover efficiency. And again, he's handling the ball way more than most. It's not perfect, but given how much he's creating, the balance is clearly working in his favor. That ball handling metric at 97% sums it all up. It's a composite ranking built to reflect how well a player controls the ball under pressure, initiates the offense, breaks down defenses, and manages the tempo. Reaves is excelling in every one of those areas. He's not just bringing the ball up and handing it off. He's actively breaking down coverages, navigating traps, and making decisions that lead directly to points. His composure is what's keeping the offense balanced, and his reads are leading to high-efficiency scoring plays night after night. What separates Reaves right now is the variety in his passing. He's not just racking up assists on easy drop-offs or open swing passes. He's threading passes through tight windows, reading cuts before they happen, and adjusting mid-drive to find the best option. The stat line might say 9.7 assists, but the film would show how many different ways those assists are coming. Bounce passes, lobs, skip passes, no looks, and driving kicks. He's using the full toolkit. That's why the assist percentage is such an important number. It's not just about raw totals. 35% assist rate tells you that his fingerprints are on every offensive possession. He's directing traffic, setting the tempo, and serving as the connective tissue that keeps the offense flowing. And he's doing that while also being the primary scorer. That kind of dual role production is rare, and it makes everything the offense is doing more dangerous because defenses can't key in on just one element of his game. The turnover percentage shows where he could improve, but even there, the context matters. He's handling the ball a lot. 25 scoring attempts per game is a heavy workload, and most players in that range also have higher turnover numbers. 13.79% is not low, but for the amount of actions he's completing every game, it's under control. It means he's taking risks, but they're usually calculated and aimed at creating something valuable. And with nearly 20 points created off assists per game, the trade-off is more than worth it. You don't get to 97% in ball handling by being flashy or just safe. It's about consistency, decision making, and adaptability. Reaves is making the right reads at the right time, and it's showing in every stat. He's not racking up empty assists. He's passing players open, identifying mismatches, and making the right play, even if it doesn't always lead to a direct stat for him. That's where the real value is, the understanding of what the defense is giving and how to exploit it in real time. It's also why his passing numbers are helping the team's overall efficiency. His decisions are leading to higher percentage shots for everyone else. Whether he's dishing it out to a shooter in the corner or feeding a cutter at the rim, he's consistently creating shots that teammates can convert. That keeps the offense unpredictable and hard to guard. He's not just reacting, he's shaping the play before it happens. And the ball movement improves when he's in the game. You can see it in the pace and the way the team flows through their sets. He's initiating plays, keeping defenders honest with scoring threat, and then flipping into distributor mode without forcing anything. That control is what puts him among the best passers in the league right now. And all of it is showing up in the metrics. 9.7 assists, 19.5 points. Created from those assists, 35% assist rate, and a turnover percentage that stays below the league average for high usage players. The balance of those numbers shows that he's not just throwing passes around, he's making productive plays at a high rate. He's staying composed, reading the floor, and creating scoring without over-dribbling or wasting possessions. And when you combine his scoring numbers with this level of playmaking, it paints the picture of a player who's doing the work of two roles at once, primary scorer and lead facilitator, without dragging down efficiency in either. There are players with high assist numbers, and there are players who score efficiently. Reaves is doing both while maintaining elite ball control, strong decision-making, and consistent execution. That's why his ball handling metric is so high, and why his assist percentage is among the best in the league. The volume is there, the efficiency is there, and the impact is there every single night. Then we can look at his usage. Austin Reaves has taken on one of the heaviest offensive workloads in the entire league so far this season. And the numbers are showing exactly how much responsibility he's carrying. His usage rate is sitting at 32%. That puts him ahead of more than 95% of players across the league. It means nearly 1 out of every 3 offensive possessions is ending with Reaves doing something. Shooting, getting fouled, making a pass that leads directly to a bucket, or turning it over. When he's on the court, he's involved constantly. Let's break down what that actually looks like. He's taking 18.8 shots from the field per game. That's already a high number on its own, but then add in the 12.8 free throw attempts per game, and the total scoring attempts jump to over 30. That's 30 plays per game where he's either putting up a shot or getting to the line. Add on top of that the 9.7 assists per game, and now you're talking about a guy who's directly involved in close to 40 scoring plays every night. And it's not just scoring and assisting. He's averaging 4 turnovers per game, which also count as possessions that he's ending himself. That's not ideal, but it's part of the deal when someone is managing this much of the offense. The good news is the production far outweighs the mistakes, and his efficiency metrics are still elite. When someone is handling the ball that often, turnovers are inevitable. But what matters more is how productive the other possessions are, and Reaves is delivering consistently. Out of 78.5 possessions per game, Reaves is concluding more than a third of them. That's what the 32% usage rate is measuring. It's not just about how much time he spends with the ball, it's about how often plays end with him. Whether it's a field goal attempt, a trip to the free throw line, an assist, or a turnover. He's finishing things off at one of the highest rates in the league. Most players don't come close to touching that level of involvement. Even on star-heavy teams, a 32% usage rate puts him right up there with the biggest offensive focal points in the game. And it's not hollow usage either. Sometimes, high usage comes with low efficiency, but that's not what's happening here. Reaves is producing at an elite level while still maintaining some of the best shooting numbers in the league. The shots he's taking are high value, the assists are leading directly to points, and the offense as a whole is functioning better when he's running it. That's a rare combination. Heavy involvement without a drop in quality. This kind of usage rate tells you a lot about the trust his team has in him too. They're running the offense through him constantly, not just in spurts. He's bringing the ball up, initiating sets, making reads, taking shots, drawing fouls, and dishing to teammates, often all in the same possession. The ball is rarely out of his hands for long, and the coaching staff is clearly leaning on him to drive the offense every time he steps on the floor. It also says a lot about how opposing teams have to prepare for him. With that kind of usage, he becomes the center of every scouting report. Defenses have to decide whether to try to take away his shot, limit his passing, or prevent him from drawing fouls, and most of the time, they can't stop all three. He's forcing adjustments, dragging attention, and opening up opportunities for everyone else just by being so involved. The usage rate is not just a number, it's a constant pull on the defense. The raw numbers show just how active he is in every category. 18.8 shots a night is already a ton. Throw in nearly 13 free throw attempts, and he's going to the line more than almost anyone. Then there's the playmaking, almost 10 assists every game. Each one of those is ending a possession, and almost all of them are ending in points. He's not just touching the ball, he's closing out possessions at a top-tier level. Even the 4 turnovers are part of the picture. High usage almost always comes with a few mistakes. When someone is asked to do everything, there are going to be plays where the defense forces a bad pass or traps him into a tough decision. But the trade-off is more than worth it. The good plays far outweigh the errors, and the offense is functioning better overall because he's taking on the hard part. This 32% usage rate is also a sign of how much he's evolved. Last season, he wasn't handling anywhere near this level of offensive responsibility. He was a secondary option, sometimes a third. Now, he's at the center of everything. And not only is he keeping the offense afloat, he's making it better. The team's efficiency is higher, the scoring is more balanced, and they're putting points on the board at a high rate. That doesn't happen unless the person at the heart of the offense knows what they're doing. Every one of those 78.5 possessions is a chance to tilt the game, and in about a third of them, Reaves is taking that opportunity. Whether he's finishing at the rim, getting to the line, pulling up from 3, making the extra pass, or initiating a pick and roll, he's deciding how things end. That kind of involvement puts a massive load on any player, but he's managing it with efficiency, control, and consistency. It's not just that he's using a lot of possessions, it's how well he's using them. Most high usage players see their shooting percentages drop or their turnover numbers spike. Reaves is avoiding both. His shooting splits are elite, and his assist numbers are among the best in the league. The usage is high, but the output is even higher. That's what separates him from other high-volume players who don't make the same level of impact. In today's league, usage rate has become one of the most telling stats for understanding how central a player is to a team's offense. And at 32%, Reaves is firmly in the category of primary offensive option. He's being asked to do more than almost anyone else, and the results are proving that he's capable of handling it. Every possession runs through him for a reason, and so far, he's making everyone count. If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be posting a lot here. I would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.